The Ariel Atom. You probably know the story. It was designed by a student in Coventry, built in a shed in Somerset, and despite not being much more than a small engine surrounded by scaffolding, we think it's one of the finest bits of engineering out there, and it's always blown our socks off.
A little bit aggressive in the roundabout, but he's able to balance it really well on the throttle.
It's almost as quick to 60 as a Bugatti Veyron at just 3% of the price, but it's petrol powered. So Ariel wanted to create an EV, but not just any old EV.
I mean, look, it's a Batmobile, isn't it? And it's got Batman's ears and Batman's menacing stare. Drive this down the road and everything in front of you will scatter.
This is the Ariel Hipercar. That's hyper with an I, not a Y, which stands for High Performance Carbon Reduction. And while you might want to wear a motorcycle helmet and leathers to drive the Atom, this, you'd want to wear a cape.
We're used to supercar manufacturers creating stunning designs, but there's absolutely nothing like this one. And if you think these winglets, scoops and spoilers are all for show, well, think again. Every single angle of this car has a purpose.
The fins on the front wings reduce drag caused by the mirrors, and the ones at the rear aid stability in cornering. Good news for me, as my reputation is going bonkers in bonkers cars.
Now, obviously, something that can accelerate quicker than an F1 car is going to make quite a din when it starts up, so cover your ears.
It's that lack of EV sound joke. Very funny. Now, this is only a prototype, so we can't say it's the quickest production car in the world yet, but it's seriously rapid, with a 0 to 62 time of 2 seconds and 60 to 120 miles per hour in 3.5.
This car is four-wheel drive, and each wheel has an electric motor.
So that gives me 300 horsepower and 440 newton meters of torque times 4, which means that I've got just shy of 1,200 horsepower.
Those are figures that you can't really get your head around. So what's this Ariel Hypercar like on the road? Well, it feels raw like all Ariels. However, it does have some creature comforts. For starters, it's the first Ariel to have a door. It's also the first Ariel to have a windscreen and a windscreen wiper. It's also the first Ariel to have a heater. I know this sounds pretty normal, but for a company that's just been making frameless cars with wheels on them, it's pretty luxurious. Thanks to an aluminium chassis and carbon fiber body panels, this weighs just 1,500 kilograms. Now, to put that into perspective, this is lighter than a petrol-powered Porsche 911 Carrera, but has 3 times more power. It's whining, it almost sounds like an RC car. It's really, really cool. You've got to be careful when you put your foot down, because even though it's really exciting, you will, well, if you're not too careful, you will get locked up, for sure.
There's no way I'm testing a car like this on the road with a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. So Ariel has kindly found me a disused airfield near their base. The battery range isn't confirmed yet, but I'm told even if I use the loud pedal, I should have enough runs to really sample the hypercar.
I'm just going to pull over, give it a launch. Ready for this? Whoa! Whoa! Wow! That is unreal. The rush is unlike anything. Now, bearing in mind, it is a prototype car. So obviously I can't give it the full review because it's not quite finished, but oh my goodness. And in terms of driving modes, on the steering wheel, I've got serious, fun, sport, and eco. Sport mode activated.
So let's see what it does.
Whoa! Whoa! That is unreal. That is just nuts. Now it has got traction control, but I have been told that it doesn't function in eco mode. But even in eco mode, that is ridiculous. That is unreal. The steering is an e-pass system, it's quite light, and I'm gonna have to do that again. That is unlike anything else. Let me stop. I've got to do that launch. That is so addictive. I mean, right, here we go. Nothing, and then all of a sudden a rush. Oh my world.
The grip is phenomenal. It can go as fast around corners as it does in a straight line.
Now, it can send all of its power to the rear, but then mid-corner it just wants to send power to the front. The steering is immediate, and the fact that the batteries are on the floor, you've just got that even balance.
Driving the motors is a modest 62 kilowatt-hour battery. The modes aren't fully coded yet, but I'm told Sport gives you around 80% of the total power, and Eco will limit the power and extend the range, but it's too early to get the full data on that.
The way it gathers speed is ridiculous.
A few runs later and my fantastic go was over. Was I happy? Yes. In fact, I'd like to put my name down for one and for a runway to drive it on. But unlike Ariels of old, this one is not in the affordable category.
When it eventually goes on sale, the Hypercar will cost just shy of £1 million, which is Bugatti Veyron money. Only a few will ever be made, and sadly, many of them will be tucked away in collectors' back caves around the world. But let's hope that the odd few will put on the bat suit and go out and fight crime.